Hi, I am Kayla, and I love nostalgic music. That's why I started collecting CDs of music that I grew up listening to. Music that I really, truly feel like shaped everything that I like now. The packages that I'm opening are CDs I found on eBay, and then all the other CDs I actually found at various thrift stores. Okay, this first album is very near and dear to my heart because this artist really introduced me to the world of being a fangirl. I was a fan of his music before this album, and his tour for this album was the first concert I ever attended, so I'll never forget being a part of that whole experience. Like, what were you doing if you were not keeping an eye out for Selena? This next one might be kind of random to y'all, but it's not random to me. This album had me in an absolute chokehold when I was growing up, and I actually got to see her live, and she performed like half the songs on this album. I know people used to make fun of the way she sang, but I always thought she had a phenomenal voice. And this album is just packed with hits like Price Tag, Do It Like a Dude. If you know, you know. Going back into fangirl world with this One Direction CD. I got this CD because it is one of my favorites, and also I did get to see them in concert for the Take Me Home tour. I know I said that Justin Bieber was the one that introduced me to the fangirl side of consuming music, but One Direction really is what dragged me all the way into the good and bad of being a fangirl. That last CD was a concert video actually. I just included it in the haul. I'm just doing all the One Directions right now. This is also one of my favorites, but I realized later on that it's not the deluxe version, so it doesn't have my favorites like Illusion and Act My Age, which is insane. My first memory of this next artist is a music video they played for her song The Fear, and I don't even know if I really liked it. It was just like nothing that I've ever heard before. And years later, I started using Pandora Radio, and they were playing people like Amy Winehouse, Little Mix, Adele, and Lily Allen popped up, and they played songs from this album, and I just loved every single one. We are officially going into CDs I thrifted, starting with this one right here. Now listen, I am not a Justin Timberlake fangirl. I just really, really like this particular album because I think from start to finish, everything he did with Timbaland was just perfect. You've heard Mirrors, you've heard Suit and Tie, so you kind of know what I'm talking about. But go listen to some of those other songs I listed as well. We're going to go back to the other Justin. I just picked this one up by chance. I have both of the My World CDs, but I don't have them in the acoustic versions. One thing I know for sure is that Justin Bieber can and could always sing, so it makes sense for him to have acoustic albums. We are down to our last and final two CDs, some very special ones, starting with Headstrong, Ashley Tisdale. When I tell you I have been looking for this CD at the thrift store for over 2 years, and I went into one store one day with this CD just on my mind, and lo and behold, it was right there. Even the person who checked me out was like, wow, good find. And I'm like, yes, great find. And I may only like those 2 songs that I listed, but I still really wanted the CD. Last but not freaking least, we have Don't Forget by Demi Lovato. And I was just about to buy this on eBay, but I manifested this one at a thrift store as well. I got lucky. It's already a given that I love La La Land, I love Don't Forget, but Get Back and Trainwreck grew on me later on as an adult when I re-listened. Still haven't found any Camp Rock CD, but I will walk into a thrift store and manifest those as well. That concludes my haul. This is just a small addition to an already big collection that I have. As a matter of fact, I thrifted more after I edited this video, so if you want to see the full collection, let me know.